reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason.
Greetings, people. Man of sense in the building. Yeah, Reasoning Podcast. To the right, I have.
Grasnado.
To the left, I have.
Jasmine from the Jasmine Show.
Good stuff. How's everybody? How's everybody's week been?
Good. It's been a great day. The sun's been out.
Yeah, definitely. The sun's definitely influencing. Yeah, but today we're going to be talking about, does music influence our thoughts, feelings, and emotions? Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Nice.
So I'll put that on the table first. What's your thoughts on that? Maybe speak from your own experience, yourself, what music does for you, what role music plays in your life.
Yeah, I think it does. You know what, bruv? I think music is life. Like, in a sense, like, what is life without music? Do you know what I mean? And I feel like music's a powerful thing, bro. Like, it does affect you because it can draw out so much different emotions. I've got songs what I listen to, I feel sad when I listen to them. I've got ones that make me feel happy. I've got ones that put me back in a space of time, like exactly there. I've got ones that make me miss things.
Facts.
I've got ones that make me like not resent of someone. And get me, I know it sounds a bit bad, but you know, someone you don't think, oh, that person.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of. Yeah. So I think it plays a big part, man.
Yeah. I do too. Everything that Nado said, really, to a T.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, question, what do you think the purpose of music is?
Well, it's funny you say that, because I've done some research one time and I found that music, was very much, it was meant to harmonize with the human energy. So there were certain frequencies that related to humans that were good for us, that were healing properties. And then what they did was, I think the radio stations, like those elites that control what gets pushed out into the universe, they changed the frequency to make us more like angry and more volatile with each other. Whereas I felt like before the music was like there to love on each other and to be happy and to be in a relationship and to love your wife. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I feel like there's been a change in the music.
Change in the purpose of music, or just in general? In
general, like they changed the purpose.
I think it was there to spread messages through scriptures. Because Psalms is all songs, isn't it?
Yes.
Even though I struggle to sing them.
Proverbs as well.
Yeah, but there's the poetic parts. Songs of Solomon, Proverbs, and Psalms.
And I feel like it was used to send messages.
It had a more sacred meaning. Philosophically, if you add that, think about that. The original purpose, when you actually look into it, was worship.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was something along the lines.
And then linking from there, you would have it being used to teach, to guide. In the Western African culture, they had someone called a griot. Okay. And the griot, or I think it's spelled Griot, but it's pronounced griot. I might not be pronouncing it right. But they, you know what they were? They were like a singer and a poet in Western African culture that would pass down the traditions and the customs and tell stories through music. So everywhere you look, when you're looking at music, it always had the deeper meaning that you're talking about. And that's why I asked the question, do you think it impacts thoughts, feelings, and emotions? Because if it has the ability to do that, then surely there's more of a responsibility on the person listening to it.
How though? What kind of responsibility?
They have to choose what they're taking in.
Yeah, because if it's going to affect you, if it's going to affect your soul and how you think and how you move, you need to know what you're taking in, don't you? Because you don't want to be taking the wrong stuff, what's going to affect you in the wrong way.
But how do you know if it's right though?
That is a very, very interesting question.
the words can give you an idea, innit? Obviously, that's a clue.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, but I think the first place we have to start, and I think we said this on another show. Our senses are avenues into our soul. We concluded that on another show on distractions.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
So, if that's the case, the same way we would guard what comes into our house,
You guard what comes into
you
your
would guard
soul.
what comes into your temple.
Makes sense.
Totally.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You'd guard that more than what comes into your house.
You should guard
You
it
should
more
guard
than
it
what
more
comes
'cause
into
it's
your
money.
house.
Yeah.
If we're saying that it does have an impact.
Yeah.
Now, you said something that I can relate to because the other day, I don't even want to say this too much, but it's come to me, so I'm going to say it naturally. The other day I was at work and I heard one song play. You know Heartbroken? You remember that song there?
Baseline.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of bassline, but Heartbroken
You like
was
that
one of them
tune?
tunes
Yeah.
that was playing.
No, it's a good tune, good tune.
My wife used to like it.
Yeah.
So when I first met her, she was always playing it in her
Yeah.
car. So I'm sitting in the class now,
And it come
and
out.
I've walked in the class, and boom, I can hear. I just walk out the class, bro.
Yeah.
All of the memories of her driving to
Flooding.
see
Yeah.
and all of that, came flooding back to my
Yeah,
brain, and
it
it
did.
just made me think that this is the power of music. Like if you was doing something at one time in summer and a specific tune was playing, your mind will go back to that.
Why do you think I'm saying it affects your soul and your mind
You
and
see?
how you move?
And then how did you feel in that moment to get yourself out of that? Because you walked out in it, but
Nah, I couldn't really get out of it. It just brought back all the memories, and I was just sad,
yeah.
and no one ever knew. But what I'm saying is that means imagine if you hear a song where he was doing something very negative, and every time that's why some people hear when they split up with someone, they can't play certain tunes
When they're around certain
because it
people.
reminds
But
them
guess
of
what,
the
though?
person.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I can
Like what
take
you
it
said.
I can take it a step deeper than that. You get me? Obviously, coming from the kind of background I've come from, without saying too much, bro. Obviously, when man used to be outside and there's certain things, not man would know and relate, man are doing certain things and stepping out and certain things.
Yeah.
Play certain tunes.
And certain, of course.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Before you
Yeah.
step in, you put the certain tunes. Man are playing, fam. That's a fact. No, man will tell you, bro. Like for instance, West Coast. Man, I love. If you watch my snaps and you'll still see me play it till
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Even though the path, man, I'll still play it because of that reason.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
brings me back to cool. It probably was a time in my life where I probably wasn't keeping up the best stuff, the most
yeah.
righteous activities. But though, you see the memories from then, they live in me forever.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's one of the best times of my life. Bro.
Yeah.
I can't like we're all bad.
Yes.
Yeah. But it went all good.
And a lot of them tunes are the soundtrack to around them times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you see me playing them, it's not that he's still trying to act like a certain way. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know where this is bringing me.
Yeah.
This music was taking me back to a time when I'm a man, I didn't have it. I know this can sound weird, bro, but I didn't really have a dad growing up, bro. This is how I know it can impact you, and I'm telling you, a lot of them off the road will tell you this, bro. That West Coast music and them Seabone and Killate and them, man, bro. We're like man's dad in the yard, bro.
Yeah.
You understand?
So you're saying then,
I'm being serious.
You're
Man. I know
saying-
that's a bit mad. They were like man's dad because they're giving man a blueprint, you know. We're outside, yeah. They're in that music. They're showing us about outside, and we know that they're showing us about outside because the things they're saying,
Yeah.
we're getting to see that raw. That does happen when you do that. That's a real thing you're saying in there.
Yeah,
This what
yeah.
I'm doing now. Telling you like, oh my Lord, this is. So now you start to take everything what they're saying gospel, bro.
no, because what you're saying is powerful. It's very, very powerful. Because remember, there's been, I think it was in Jamaica in the last 5 years, where they was talking about censoring, and there was a big debate about it. And should we censor and should we stop people from saying certain things, or should certain things be allowed to be played on the radio?
Yeah, I
You
think
get
I
what I'm
heard
saying?
that.
And sometimes I think that sometimes we can be ignorant because we like what we like and we want to do what we want to do,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
want to hear what we want to hear.
And you know what plays the impact to you start to cut the beat. Go on though.
Yeah, it does
Because
massive.
the beat sometimes, you know, the words, the beat can be so cold. Bro, the tunes,
I'll be like, forget the words.
Bro, the tunes, I got bare slackness in there and that, yeah. Even, bro, they're playing one tune, the other day I done a post of it, that tune. You think I go, oh yeah, tonight, my God, and then the post said,
to think, we was youths, and I was a youth singing this normal,
Not
but
knowing what you're
really
saying.
listen to what they're saying, bro.
Yeah.
Because the rhythm's so nice,
Mm.
we're not even listening.
Not even listening.
Carry on, though, what you're saying.
Nah, because I'm just making a point that if they're trying to censor them, and I say that we as people, we love music. Let's be real. There's a love for music across all cultures and
through your
everywhere.
veins.
It brings people
Yeah,
together, like
Jazzy
from all
loves
different
it.
nations.
I
You
do.
get-
Like, I'll live and
Jazzy,
breathe
man.
You
music.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I actually
I
think
do.
now it gets to a point where as you grow older, like what Nado's saying, we have to recognize that messages are being pushed through this music
Yeah.
that affect your mood.
But it's even like when it comes to like you said, the instrumental. Sometimes it's the producer who's making the beat that you can't even trust. But you would think
Nah,
that.
she's right,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like the Kurt Franklins.
Yeah.
I didn't know about my man until afterwards.
You know what it is with that though, what you're talking about?
'Cause it's like it's
C4 knows this guy is got that level of music. Minor keys make you feel more sad. Major keys make you feel more happy. If you're an instrument man, you know that.
Yeah.
Because I learned classical guitar, so I know that.
Yeah.
So when I'm making a rhythm, or if I'm trying to make a rhythm, or they're making a rhythm, the man them who know that deliberately do that.
What? Delivery
If I want it to sound dark,
But that's what she's saying, but that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
if I want it to sound, like Afrobeat, how happy
just break
Afrobeat
it
is.
down.
Yeah.
Afrobeat is, it's like you walk in a room and you flow.
Yeah.
Straight away,
It is.
It's got that
It's
thing
got
to it.
that
You're
thing
right.
to it.
It
And
has.
people don't know why they feel like that.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about here is the science
Yeah.
of what it does
But
to the body.
the
and
composer of
sound.
that does understand.
The composer of that
But like
understands.
when they're making that rhythm, they're saying, I want everyone
to feel like this.
jump up. I want everyone to feel
Yes.
sad up. I want everyone to feel. I want, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is right. The
Yeah.
the person who's composing the rhythm, they
Knows
know
what they're doing. innit?
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Listen. It says mood regulation. Research has shown that music can significantly alter mood. Listening to upbeat music can induce feelings of happiness, while slower, melancholic tunes may evoke sadness. Emotional memory. Music can trigger vivid memories and emotions associated with past experiences, often linked to specific songs and genres. Yeah. So this is some of the things that are written out there about how the music can impact you.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So go on.
No, I was going to say an example. Like even when I'm driving, sometimes it's like, I think the radio station is helpful because if I play my music, it's like,
Oi.
do you get what I'm saying?
I love that because no, she's right, bro. Because like when you play and sometimes you can even get a headache. And then like when the normal galaxy just pops on your radio, and you're like, and you go to check, I'm having
I like this.
Let me just drive to this from the car.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And then you raw feel everything just goes
nice. Like, you know what? I'll let you go.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
true,
Yeah.
Now,
It's so true.
when you say this, and you know where I'm going now. We was bossing two sizzlers out there last week. Oh no, I'm not even gonna lie. Like you see, there's certain music, like certain garnet silk tunes, bro. That when you put them on a Sunday or Saturday when you're cooking, fam,
Just want to raise your knees, man.
Yeah.
the inspiration. Cause remember, music comes from an invisible place too.
It does.
Because it comes from the mind.
And it's created.
And people are inspired
Yeah.
by one side, hint, or the other.
Oh, gosh.
So when you're talking about how do you know, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, who was that inspired by? What kind of words and phrases or messages is this person pushing? And where it's like when you watch certain films, because we're talking about media, we can throw media in quickly. Sometimes you see some people make some films, and you think, what possessed you to make that?
Yeah.
Like the Human Centipede.
Yeah, you're right.
The man who wrote that film, can't remember, music and films are written as well.
Yeah.
Like bars.
Yeah, whose mind that is mad? Like where?
Why did you think to put that for people to
It's
see?
true, though. It's true, bro.
It's true. I know. It's crazy. I know. It's the way you said it.
No, but you have to think about it. You've never saw a film and thought, wait there.
Yeah.
Somebody thought of
Are you
this.
all the
mad?
time?
I don't watch horror films. I'm not doing that
I
film.
won that.
Because that's my senses and my eyes, and it's going straight to me. And knowing me, I'm going to dream about it, and I'm not going to be able to sleep.
So the thing is then,
I'm saying.
do you think that people know how music impacts them?
No.
Or they just take it for granted?
I think that they feel it's but they don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's just a surface level thing. They don't want to know why. They just know that it makes me feel this way, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't think no one breaks down why they feel like that. I think they're just happy with that. Yo, if this makes me feel sad, it makes me feel sad. If that tune makes me feel happy, it makes me feel happy. And that's it.
You see, like when certain people or certain young people ask why in education, it's actually classed as a higher order of thinking. So when we're talking about do people know what they're doing when they're listening to certain music and how it's affecting them, and then you ask the question why, that takes you to a place where you have to try and seek for the answer. And as you seek for the answer, the things that we're talking about start to come out. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's a deeper level of why you do what you do. So your conscience now might say, why am I listening to this music? What does it do for me?
Yeah, why do I feel like this?
Why do I feel like this? It's a principle of self-reflection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a principle of self-reflection. So I think that when we're talking about this topic of music, then we discussed, do people know what they're doing? Did you answer? Have you got a view on that? Do you think people know what they're doing?
When it comes to listening to music?
Yeah, or are they just going along with the flow?
I think there's a lot of NPCs.
Oh, what
You know
that?
what NPCs are? Non-performing characters.
So what does that mean?
So
Break that down now.
like
Educate us.
I feel like we live in a world where there's people who have that conscious way of thinking and listen to themselves, and as a way of, then there's people that just partake in life but don't see what's going on around them, don't feel what they're hearing, don't smell what they're eating. Do you know what I'm saying? They're literally just
Surviving.
or just going day to day, like this is my routine. I wake up, that's an NPC, a non-player character. And then you've got people who are aware and can hear and can feel and can sense a change. But then does that come with age as well? Because when you're younger, you're more like, again, what's this, what's that? You know, I want to go over there, I want to know what this is, you know what I'm saying? But when you're older, it's like you feel more sensible.
Age, I definitely think what you're saying is true, because sometimes you're a youth and you hate your parents' music, and then you turn into a big person.
And you love it.
And you're all listening to
You know what I'm saying?
Dennis Brown.
Age comes wisdom. You see, age, but age is a serious thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's certain things, I'm telling you, you will not understand or learn until you hit certain ages, bro. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
There's not, you could read 20,000 books, you could do all the, I'm telling you, until you get to the age, you will not know.
Is that age universal, you reckon?
What do you mean?
Like,
Nah, I think my response to that is I think it's different for different people.
It's different for different
He's
people.
saying it's a unit. Yeah, I think.
Oh, no, it's not like, when you hit 40, everyone can experience
like
this.
people say, and then when you hit 30, you realise.
It's not. But what I will say about that, it's not universal, but it's very bracketed. So I do think between this and this age, so
okay, I hear
you
that.
will experience these things more likely between this and this age. So say if you say between 40 and 60, you will, 20 and 40, you know what I mean? There is a ascending.
But I also think, like I said about the Garnet Silks, there's a reason why Nado can relate. You probably can relate. It's kind of been put in your head. Them kind of tunes there.
Yes.
You're a youth running around here.
Yes. So
and your dad's playing his music.
You're not even listening.
But the philosophy of his music now is a ras.
Yeah.
Comes with what we're talking about. It was a popular thing for them to sing songs that were uplifting.
Yes.
That was like a thing.
Exactly.
Because though, as well.
Exactly.
Because I speak to a big man about this in Prizes today, and he was saying because it was different, especially in their time when everyone had to stick together.
That's what.
It was more oppression, and more racism. So as we know, them things still exist now, but they're more strategically done now, more under the quiet, where then it was raw in your face, so they had to do that, but carry on.
Yeah, because so when they're doing that, they're singing songs that are uplifting.
No, it's uplifting, man, because they feel low, bro. To them, they're in
low.
Babylon. The man's against them. No, it's serious.
Everything's against them. It's
Everything's
true.
against them. The system, the white man.
Everything.
And guess what now? We need to sing and praise because Babylon's not for us, but we need to feel good.
And
And we
then
just
that
stick together.
built a whole
And
genre.
you have to remember, if you go back, you know, on a historical level, when slavery was going on, you had some slaves that used to sing some hymns, you know, like wade in the water and them thing there, you know. And they feel good.
Yes.
It's uplifting them.
These songs were uplifting the people. Them.
These are songs that we would probably laugh at now.
Yeah, but really.
But for them, when they're downtrodden,
Of course, bro.
We're not laugh at now. It's your age group that would probably laugh. Like our age group would probably see it as, you know what, I can actually resonate with what you're saying.
No. Lack of understanding.
yeah, like
Okay, yeah.
Lack of education
That's
on the
it,
subject.
yeah. Because when you're younger,
That's
you
what
don't
make it
wanna.
like that.
When you're older, you wanna. Do you know what I'm saying? You resonate with it.
Because that means we did a show before and was talking about distractions. You
Yes.
see. Yeah. And does that mean we can say then that music can be a distraction or
Good or
something
bad?
that encourages you towards your goals?
Yeah. Or something that can encourage you while you're in a certain situation.
Yeah.
So it can be used as both.
Yes.
It can be used as to distract you or to keep you disciplined too.
Yeah.
Like for instance, then I know this is gonna sound mad. We all watch Rocky.
Yes.
The Tiger.
I had to like tough rhythm.
That made him. When that came on, I mean, that's when he was. Before that, he weren't being disciplined.
Yeah. It's true.
When that rhythm came on now, we've seen him complete the stairs.
Change.
We've seen him
Oh,
punch
yeah,
up the
yeah,
We've seen him grab
yeah,
the chicken off the front.
yeah.
The things he was, we've seen him mash one before. He's doing them now. He's focused.
Yeah.
And you would play that at the gym?
But it's funny you say that, you know.
It turned that song
Yeah.
into an anthem like
Everyone's ready to do
where,
combos.
where
Yeah,
you hear that now, it's
Yeah.
bro, I had a Tiger serious. I'm about to get serious now. I'm about to get my serious now.
Yeah.
I'm about to get my serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And it's
serious.
mad though, you know, because you can watch a horror film with no music in the background, you won't get scared.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's because when the man's coming, you hear go, some
No,
violins and that was
What
going.
she's saying, though, what she's saying, because
Smart.
music sounds.
Yeah,
It
sounds.
just like gets to
It's
you.
impacting you.
Yeah.
That's
That's what.
that's a mad way of showing how it can impact
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Look
On
what
the
she said.
jaws.
But look what she said. She said, when there's no sound, the same thing you won't even scream at.
Yeah.
But as
Scary.
soon as you put the music in there, you're gonna scream.
It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, it's
That's
serious.
impact. That's a big
You know what I'm
impact,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, it's serious.
That's a big impact.
It's
It's a big
serious.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to be a bit controversial.
Go on.
It's not controversial, actually. Okay, we say that the composers know. You know, the composers. But do you think the MCs and the lyricists know? And do you think they have a responsibility to know?
I think there's for me, as man has been a lyricist, what I believe with that is there's two sides to that. I believe there is people who understand what they're putting out there and they want to push that out there. But then I think there's people like me, bruv, and a lot of MCs out there who are like in my section who, let me the easiest way to put it this way. I wouldn't want to spray half of them bars now at this age.
I hear you.
No.
Because
Go on. Don't sit right with your conscience.
yeah, but at the time when I'm writing it, I'm not writing it saying, oh, I'm putting this out there on purpose to mash up anyone's mind. No, I'm just doing my thing. I'm trying to be talented, lyrical, whatever. My environment, obviously, and what I've seen, what's in my
Plays a
mind,
part.
is playing a part into what's coming out onto it.
So-
You get what I'm saying, Che?
That, what you said, is key.
Yeah.
You're releasing your thoughts, feelings, and emotions.
Yes.
You are.
Yeah.
And that comes with age too.
Of course it
Because
does.
when you're young, there's certain things you don't think about.
This is
that.
what I'm
It's
saying.
a vibe.
So I'm not right, and also in my life at that time, I'm probably not thinking. I'm not probably thinking about going to jail. I'm probably not thinking about dying. Remember, I'm doing things every day that these things can happen to me. Whether people want to like say it or not, like whether it's severe or if it's a low chance or a high chance, this can happen. This is the field I'm in. This is what I'm doing. You get me? So it's a thing where I'm desensitized to that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand what I'm writing in a way. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting it out there in a malicious way. I don't know what I'm doing. Bro.
Intent.
With intent, yeah.
Intent is key.
I don't know what I'm doing, but now that I know, and I've got a conscience for that now, and I know what that is, and I know how that can be received, and I know how that message can be taken out and that can be polluted to other people. Do I want to do that now?
You know why what you're saying is powerful? It's because what you're basically saying is there's a time when you don't know and your intentions are nothing to do with it.
Yes.
You haven't got that intent. But Once you know,
what are you doing?
the responsibility comes on
Are
you
you
now.
gonna ignore it?
What are you going
But
to
then this
do?
now will tell you when people say, I'm not being funny, will say you're a wicked man or you're a righteous man. Because now that I do know,
What are you going to do?
what am I doing?
Yeah.
And you know what he's saying? That is a general statement to do with truth, you know. The reason why you know that is because there's one scripture where the Most High says, he winks at your ignorance. But now Christ has come, he commendeth all men to repent. So now you have a better understanding of your sin.
Yes.
Now you have a better understanding
Because
of your
Christ has
sin.
come and showed you what
Because
I
he's
want.
shown you
Yeah,
now what you're going to do. When you never knew,
A blyer, yeah, wink and blyer.
Yeah.
but now you know. And it's true, you know what, it's true. Because you're like that with your sons. Once you show them and you know that, if they do something wrong and you know they're not, they know. You're different from when they don't know.
100%. 100%.
So what you're saying is serious. Yeah? So we're talking about the music and we're talking about, this is a conversation that MCs, you need to think about this. Because it's serious. And you know what? If music is like a reflection of thoughts, feelings, and emotions, it needs to be balanced too.
Yes.
Can't just be all wickedness, bro.
Yeah.
Where's the balance?
Yeah, because you're not...
Life, that's not life.
No, and your brain and your soul and your body is not just experiencing that.
Nah.
Everybody's got the soft side, everyone's got a wicked side, everyone's got...
Yeah.
the soft-
Everyone-
You know what I'm saying? Explore all of them
Yeah.
within the music. And
Within the music. So if you get up and you feel like singing about your mother, thank your mama, like sing about it in your music.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say, oh, that's not a wicked man topic.
Yeah.
So I'm not singing about it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for me, like as we have this conversation, to me, it's bringing across the responsibility on the listener and the person who's putting out the music.
Yeah.
There's a big responsibility,
Yeah.
especially the bigger stage that you're standing on.
Yeah, because like, don't get it twisted. I do like to have a balance of music. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes from the artist. I like to understand what they're going through because I feel like people put that in their music, and I don't mean that to be nosy. I just mean like I want to learn. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to learn.
I'll be honest with you, Jasmina. That's the reason why I'm listening to you for, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you, bro. I want to understand this person who, obviously, you've sung a song or one song. I took a liking to it now.
Yeah. So I want to know
No, the
now.
reason why I'm going into him, delving into you more now, is because I want to actually know who this person is.
Yeah.
It's just like I Wayne, for instance. The first time I heard I Wayne, I heard lightning. Everyone saying fire, jump about. When I'm hearing all that, the first time I'm thinking, ooh, what is that voice?
Yeah.
That sounds
The tone,
angelic.
the tone's
That
different.
sounds angelic.
Yeah.
I don't talk like that.
Yeah.
That's what Jones said. Then I'm saying, all right, cool.
Let me listen to it. Let me pray.
Then it's pretty much when he's telling me, juke out the Spider-Man. I ain't not sympathize.
Yeah.
Gideon said, I'm saying, hold on. But no political nastiness.
Yeah.
Heard that from
Yeah,
that
it's serious.
Yeah.
When I'm hearing that, I'm thinking,
I can resonate with this.
he's going mad on that.
Yeah.
How can I, like,
Yeah.
You could relate to it.
I guess it depends on also your time in your life where you are when you're at that moment, because you could be in a certain space where it's like, yo, I'm resonating with this music because that's just how I feel, and it like at that time when you heard I Wayne, that's when.
No, but that's the mad thing about this. Why the music's crazy.
Go on.
And you don't know what it's going to do to you.
Yeah.
Them kind of wicked man stuff.
Yeah.
I always got going in my life. What is talking about going in my life right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
No, but you
resonating
know what?
with your inner conscious, though.
Yeah.
No,
Of course,
but this is why what he's saying is deep, because I remember this. I'll never forget this. Yo, you see when Black Woman and Child came out? That album.
Oi.
Bro, I seen youths on my ends turning Bobo Shanties.
Of course, fam.
Yeah.
Youths that were gangbangers,
Yes,
fam.
bro.
I seen the man in a rap.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, yo.
Black woman.
I said, wait there. This music had this effect on this youth. Made him change his whole way of thinking.
Yeah. That's how powerful music is.
Listen. Bob Marley had everyone thinking they're a Rasta.
Yeah.
Tupac had everyone thinking they're a Fog.
Gangster. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now these people now, what would we call it? Idolatry now.
Yes.
Yeah, idolizing.
Because you connect with the person and you think you know the person. If you're listening to an artist from their 20 and they're 40 now, that person's been riding with you, even though you don't know them.
Like these,
That's why I said the West Coast thing was like, man, pop, you like listening.
Yeah.
Man, I riding with them. Fam.
Madonna, she's got some serious 50-year decade, 50-year fans.
And people have been riding with her for that long.
Till to this day.
Yeah.
They're turning 60 and they're still riding, turning 70 and they're still
Where,
riding.
I tell you when it becomes a mad idol thing now. This might sound like I have to laugh up the place, but I might have to. You know, like when you see certain artists do certain things, like Smelly. You know who Smelly
okay,
is?
yeah.
You see when you see certain, and then people say, I don't care. You don't got him in my playlist. So they're saying, I can separate the fact that he's a...
Right now, yeah.
But still listen. What do you think about that? Yeah. Honestly, like on an honest level.
You know what?
Ignorance.
At first, I was like, separate the man from the music, but then I realised something.
The message is in the music.
You can't.
Come on. Come on.
9 times out of 10.
Yep.
If that's what it was on, and then guess what happens when you do that? And then you go back now and you do listen to their music now. You're like, rotted big man.
Nuts.
This is what he was doing.
Yeah. People don't clap. He said,
crazy.
He said, my mind is telling me.
Yeah.
And my sitting
telling me yes. Yeah.
Why he said that?
Yeah.
You must show you see a conflict.
I'm gonna say I don't see nothing wrong.
Yeah.
With
so you have to think to yourself now. If we go into that level of responsibility and what you're letting into your mind,
terrible.
You better choose the artist them wisely.
You do though, you really do.
You get me?
You know, you got these artists. Oh, you know what? I don't even know what's going on in the music game, man. It's got so demonic. The music thing. It's like I'm listening to music now. I don't even know if I like music as much as I used to. I'm going back in time now to listen to music. I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear the OJs now. I want to hear.
You know when I'm in my car these days, I drive silence, bro.
And it's peaceful.
It's nice.
It is nice. You know, and I talk to myself.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
It's like there's something change, man. Something's different.
I look at it like, I hear what you lot are saying, but I just look at it as what you were saying before.
Do you listen to music?
Of course I do.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying to you, but I kind of listen to this bare positivity. That's the reality of it.
Who's your artist right now?
That's a good question. Who have I been listening to? I've got a playlist in it, like a conscious playlist. There's one who won a Grammy the other day. I think it's called Kez Nami.
Okay.
And he's got a new album, and his album, bro, he's got one tune called Pressure. He's got another tune on there where he's talking about the internet and the algorithm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Sounds like jazz will like that.
Yeah. So that tune, them man and a Kibaka Pyramid, he won a Grammy about 2-3 years ago. I just listen to bare consciousness.
Yeah.
If I listen to an MC, he has to have that in his catalogue. Or I ain't listening to him. Cause he ain't gonna do nothing for my life. You get what I'm trying to say?
Your temple, innit?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I just kind of listen to bare tunes that are like what I do with I have it as a principle for life though. Yeah. It's like what I do with podcasts, and I just don't take certain podcasts in. Yeah. Because it's where I'm at and what I'm trying to, my goal. Yeah. And what I'm trying to focus on. And I think that it's the same with music. I feel like you have to pick music that's aligned with your principles and where you're trying to go. Or I just listen to some gospel.
For sure.
All the meds to gospel in my car. And there's one tell her like there's one youth named Prince Saj. Yo.
Hard.
Bad.
Sorry. What do you call Prince Saj? Yeah.
Money bags.
Yeah. Prince Saj.
Yeah.
He's a gospel artist.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hard.
But he's like cartel on gospel.
So then,
He's cold.
I'm sounding serious.
So when I want to have that vibe, you know that vibe?
I get what you're saying.
Because
you still want that vibe.
I still want that vibe.
With the rawness.
But I don't want to hear the Jegris.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the Jegris. So
Of course.
I just try to take responsibility for what I let in through my avenue to my soul.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do.
I hear that. And I'm actually gonna try and stop allowing the beat take over when I know the song's rubbish. If I don't saying the word's rubbish, but I like the beat. I need to stop allowing
Well, you try and stop doing that. Yeah. I'm with you.
That's my part. Yeah. I need to try.
I swear, I'm with you on that one because what's the rhythm that takes me, bro?
Yeah.
I'll just run with it, brother. We're talking the maddest.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like Playboy Carti, but I like the beats that he has on some of his songs. So I'm missing one of his beats. But when you look at the guy, it's like, I don't know why I listen to you. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? You look mad. Yeah. You don't look nice. You don't look. Yeah. Demons bad.
So, in conclusion,
yeah,
does music impact our thoughts and emotions.
100%, especially after
I
this
agree.
conversation.
Yeah.
Especially after this conversation.
Should we
100%.
take responsibility for what we let in through our senses?
I think we should.
Yeah.
And should the artists take responsibility for what they're putting out there?
Well, yeah.
I think they should.
Accountability.
They should.
And on that note, this is the Reasoning Podcast. Music and music works how works. You see me?
Rasnado, Dale, gone again.
Jasmine from the Jasmine Show.
We now do the balaclava thing, you know, but yeah.
C4.
Reasoning.
Yes,
See, we in the building.
C4.
Yeah? Yeah.
Wow.
Gone again.
Black,
Whoosh.
boom.